The topic which we are going to discuss today is heterosis or hybrid vigor. Now heterosis, it comes from two Greek words, hetero, which means different, and oasis, which means condition. So when you combine these two words, heterosis means different condition. Now this definition was given by Schacht in 1908. Now heterosis is also known as hybrid vigor. When we discuss heterosis, we will discuss it under 3 or 4 main subheadings. What are the causes of heterosis? What are the factors which are responsible for heterosis? What are the effects of heterosis in plants? And what is the utilization of heterosis in plant breeding program? Okay, so we will first discuss the causes. What are the causes of heterosis? Now heterosis, as I have said in the beginning, it is a different condition. What do you understand by the word different condition? For example, you cross a plant A, okay, and you cross with a plant B, alright? These two plants are far apart. These two plants are not related, alright? They belong to different gene pool, okay? When you cross these two plants, you will get a hybrid. And that hybrid, say for example, it is plant C. This is a hybrid. Then this hybrid becomes a different condition. If this hybrid is superior to either the parent A or to the parent B. Now whenever the hybrid is superior to parent A or to parent B, then it is different condition. Alright, it is superior in the sense that it is stronger, it is taller, it reproduces more than the parent. The survival rate is much higher than the parent. It is resistant to the diseases much more than the parent. When this hybrid exhibits this characteristic that is not exhibited either by parent A or by parent B, alright, then that becomes a different condition. And this phenomenon is known as heterosis. Since heterosis it is exhibited by plant C, which is a hybrid, therefore heterosis is also known as hybrid vigor. Vigor, as I said, it means superiority. Superiority in what sense? In the sense that this plant is stronger, it is taller, it is more reproductive, it reproduces more, and it can survive much better than either parents. Alright, now let us come to the causes of heterosis. Causes of heterosis. Now heterosis is caused and it is explained by two hypotheses. The first hypothesis is called the dominant hypothesis, and the second hypothesis is known as the over-dominance hypothesis. Let us discuss the first one, the dominant hypothesis. Now this dominant hypothesis, it was put forward by Davenport. Okay. Alright, he tried to explain that heterosis is caused by a dominant gene. Okay, that is the meaning. Heterosis, it is not caused by a weak gene, it is not caused by a recessive gene, but it is caused by a dominant gene. That's why the hypothesis is known as dominance hypothesis. Now whenever I write AA, alright, I mean this is, I have written it in capital letters and I have written two forms of A. Alright, now this is the gene. Since this is written in capital letters, so both the genes are dominant. If I write again like this, then again this is also a gene, except that in this case capital A is dominant and this small a is said to be recessive. Okay. Now this, if you look here, both the genes are dominant, both capital letters. So this gene is called homozygous. Alright, it is homozygous. Now if I write BB, then again this represents a gene. And since both these are written in capital letters, okay, so these are also homozygous condition. Now when you look here, this gene, one is represented by a dominant and one is represented by a small letter, that is a recessive factor, okay. So this combination is known as heterozygote. Alright, and what do you call this? You call this as allele. What do you call this one? This one is also known as an allele. So a gene, it has two alleles. One allele is dominant if it is written in a capital letter, and the other allele can be called recessive if it is written in a small letter. I can write a gene like this also, A1, alright, A1. If I write a gene like this, okay, these two can represent alleles of the gene. Again, it is homo. Why homozygous? Because they are same. Alright. Suppose I write A1, A2. Then this is also two allele of a gene. It is hetero because why? This is one form of a gene and this is another variant of a gene. Alright. Though both are recessive, but they are different. Okay. Their location on the DNA is different. Alright, fine. Now let us talk about dominance hypothesis. Now Davenport said if you take two plants, plant A and plant B in reds, alright, if you take two plant A and B which are not related to another and you cross them, alright, you will get a hybrid, okay, and this hybrid is always superior than the parent A or than the parent B. This superiority or strength, or in some books we call it vigor, of this hybrid is because the hybrid will receive the dominant gene from plant A, all the dominant gene from plant A and all the dominant gene from plant B. For example, if the genotypic constitution of this plant is like this, alright? And the genetic constitution of this plant is like this. Then according to dominance hypothesis, what did he say? Plant C will receive all the dominant gene. So it will get this gene, it will get this gene, okay, it will get this gene, it will get this and this. So it is getting all the dominant gene. When it is getting all the dominant gene, then this plant is said to be favorable. Then this plant is said to be in a different condition. And this plant will exhibit superiority. This plant will be much stronger than plant A or plant B. If it had this genotypic constitution, where one allele is dominant, one is recessive, one is dominant, one is recessive, still this plant will exhibit superiority. It will be much more stronger than plant A or plant B. Why? Because it is always the dominant gene which will be expressed. So what are the dominant genes? A, B, C, D and E. Even though it is represented only in a single in a single form, alright? But still, it is the dominant gene that will take over the expression of this plant. So that is the hypothesis of Davenport. He said that the hybrid, okay, it is superior than either the parent A or parent B. Why? Because of the dominant gene. It is getting all the favorable, all the conditioned gene from plant A or plant B. In this case, it is getting all the good genes, you can say, from plant A and all the good genes from plant B. That's why it will be much taller than plant A or plant B. It will be much stronger than plant B or plant A. It will be more productive than these two. It will survive more than these two, and it can resist the disease more than these two. Okay. Now for example, let us say that the dominant gene contribute 5 centimeter in length. Okay, and the recessive gene contribute 3 centimeter in length. So here how many dominant gene? 1, 2, 3. So you write down A plus D plus E. So 3. Okay, and all these contribute 5 centimeters. So 5 into 3. So what is the height of this plant? 15 centimeters. Here, what are the dominant gene? B and C. How many dominant gene? 2. So how much height will this plant have? Each contribute 5 centimeters. So that is the height of this plant. What will be the height of this hybrid plant C? Plant C is getting the gene, this, all the dominant gene. Alright. So how many dominant gene? A plus B plus C plus D plus E, 5. Each contribute how much to the length of the plant? It contribute 5. So 5 into 5. So 25. Look. Parent A is only 15 centimeter. Parent B is only 10 centimeter in height. Alright. Look at plant C. It is 25 centimeter in height. Much taller than plant A or plant B. Why has this happened? Because of the dominant effect of the gene. This dominant gene which contributes 5 centimeter in height. Alright. When it comes together, when all the dominant genes come together, it makes this plant more superior, more taller. Because why? The number of genes is more. So it is a multiple of 5, 5 and 5, 20. This is dominance hypothesis.